his mom and all those, decided to start his church, back, in his memory, and that just collapsed prematurely. It just wasn't time. You know, everybody kind of had their own, agenda, as far as when it came down, to the church. And so we wind up, leaving that, which that was another blow, we took, because people spread it, untrue words, about why that ministry fell, and why it didn't go forth. And really people were just trying to covering up for themselves, to keep from making it look like there was a failure ministry, And so we left there, and God sent me over to my grandfather's ministry, who was a bishop. And, went back and helped them over there for about 3 or 4 years, which he had more of an older, senior membership over there. And so we served under him, as a minister in music, as praise and worship leader, Sunday school teacher, assistant pastor, everything, And so it wasn't my main idea, but I knew God had sent me over there. And not long after that, my grandfather wound up having a stroke and developing cancer in his body. So I wound up, leading the church, wasn't the ordained pastor, but leading the church, in his absence. And, and so eventually I wound up being ordained as pastor of the church over there. And so the church had a vision some years back. And their vision was to pay off the mortgage and maybe almost 2 acres of land, which they did. But after that, there was no vision. And so I seen that and I recognized that, the church, wasn't up to date. I would put it that way. A 7-piece drum set, was about a 4-piece, piano keys stuck, they was preaching using as a PA system, a guitar amp. So, we came in and brought life back. I built up trust with the people, which they had been knowing me all my life, but not in that light as a leader. And so we talked them into, getting a PA system. Fine, got a PA system. Talked them into getting a brand new set of drums. Fine, got the drum system, new drums. Then talked them into getting a new keyboard. Fine, got that done. And people start coming, so I even set up, a digital computer program there at the church to record our audio services, And so what I did was I started coming in with a new vision to bring life. And some people there was very excited about it, and they told us, y'all bring a freshness to the church, a refreshness to the church. And so, but to make a long story short, a lot of the changes, dealing with seniors, they used to certain things being a certain way. We don't want this table moved, we don't want to change this. We don't want to change that, so I had to fight against that, and so leading up to me taking over as pastor, a month ahead of time, I gave out, a list of things that we was going to, work on changing, to update the church, and all that. But at the same time, Sunday school teacher, preaching, doing praise and worship, musician, cleaning up the church. I'm a yard man, cutting the grass, doing all this stuff really basically for nothing. Wasn't really taking nothing, and when it came down to making some changes, some people just did not want to do it, and they told me to my face in church, we're not doing it. I told you we ain't doing it. And if I told you I was going to do it, you should have known I would. So it was all that kind of stuff, And so a district elder wound up getting pulled in it, And my thing was, before he ever talked to me, he talked to the people that didn't want to make changes, then talk with me and try to correct me, And it was a lot of things they wanted to do that wasn't biblical. It was not scripture. It was not Bible. It wasn't a Bible base, and I just, was like, well, I can't agree with some of the things that y'all doing because it's not scripture, but it was a point that we've been doing all these years. We don't want to change it. And so, they wind up calling and wind up having meetings, and big thing just blew up, basically, and I felt really hurt because, all the things that we was planning to do at the church, the bishop, which is my grandfather and my grandmother, knew about it. And they agreed to it. They just said it was just one particular member that they knew that was going to